Now, you've been a prosecutor for some 40 years, Pima County attorney for 24 years, and I know this is a tricky question, but looking back, what would you say you're most proud of?
Oh boy, there's a very long list. I think one of the things that I'm most proud of is the creative and innovative programs that I'm going to leave behind that I hope are built upon. And there's so many of them, but one of them that I'm really proud of is the Children's Advocacy Center. That is a really sterling, high quality forensic interviewing place that's child friendly, that deals with some of our most vulnerable and harmed victims.
It's fair to say that Pima County has changed quite a bit in these 24 years that you've been leading the office. What's left to be done? What would you have liked to implement that you just didn't get around to?
Oh, well, I'm going to segue off of that because one of the things that was on my plate that I really wanted to have happen, we're going to need a lot of money to make it happen, is to make the Children's Advocacy Center into a family advocacy center that deals with adult victims of domestic violence and sexual assault, as well as the child victims of physical harm and child abuse and molestation.
You've been criticized over the years for being too hard on certain things, too soft on others. What's missing in the conversation when it comes to those criticisms that you face? What don't people
Well,
know?
first of all, I'd be interested in what people think I'm too hard on and what they think I'm too soft on, because those are inaccurate descriptions of me, of my office, and our policies. So, I know I've heard that people think I'm too hard on drug crimes, but I have like 13 diversion programs that deal with diverting people from prosecution, people who are arrested on drug possession offenses. We have never, since I've been the county attorney, I have never prosecuted anyone for personal possession of marijuana um, since 1996. That hasn't happened if it's up to 2 pounds of marijuana. That's a huge amount. People are put in diversion and given that opportunity to go through a treatment or community service program and not be prosecuted. So some of that criticism is just wrong, inaccurate, and unfounded.
Let's shift course just a bit here. The pandemic has changed the way a lot of us do our jobs these days. What does that do to the backlog that occurs in legal systems all over the country, but here in Pima County?
Well, the pandemic has had an incredible adverse effect on the cases in my office. Things have slowed down enormously. We're not having trials. Trials probably aren't going to occur in Pima County until October. And defense attorneys are often reluctant to get their clients in. The clients are not necessarily staying in touch with their attorneys. And so negotiations for plea agreements on those cases that should plead and not go to trial have slowed down also. So more and more hearings and motions and various other things are happening virtually on Zoom like we are right now. So that's pretty helpful, but still there's going to be a big backlog when this pandemic ends.
And finally, before we go, your successor is a defense attorney moving on to a prosecutor. Anything that you could do that would help ease that transition? Any words of advice that you'll be offering as you leave your post?
Well, I've already reached out to Laura Conover and I sent her an email offering her a one-on-one immersion with everybody in my office who's a division chief, a bureau chief, a trial supervisor, program director, supervisor, so that she can meet them one-on-one on Zoom and ask them questions, have them do their bullet points on what their job duties and responsibilities are. I mean, she doesn't know what she doesn't know. And so it'll be really important for her to take me up on this offer and to be able to meet people in the office. It'll be an introduction to her. People are very anxious to meet her. They want to know who their new leader is going to be.
Fair to say she'll have her work cut out for her.
Oh, yes. I hit the ground running after 20 years in the office when I took office, and I was still gobsmacked a number of times by things I had no clue that I had to deal with.
After 24 years, would you say there are things you're still learning even to this day about this job in Pima County?
No question. I learn something every single day. I still make mistakes, and what I try to do is clean them up and learn from them and move on.
All right, some good advice there. Barbara LaWall, Pima County Attorney, thank you for your time.
You're welcome.